Are you struggling with hair loss? Well, before you give up and start rocking that bald look, get yourself a box of Novaxidil. It's the only clinically proven triple action hair loss treatment on the market. It has 5% minoxidil, which is the gold standard for regrowth. But minoxidil alone will not prevent further loss. For that, Novaxidil uses DHT blocker ketoconazole with added nicotinamide, vitamin K, biotin, and collagen peptides. Basically, every single ingredient you could possibly think of in one product. So stop rubbing peppermint oil behind your ears and get something that works. Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's Novaxidil.
All right, another crazy day in the bodybuilding world. Lots of fights happening. First was a Michael Van Wyck, and then Wes Watson, and now Patrick Moore. A lot of street fights. Bodybuilding world is never boring, let me tell you. But anyway, this is Serious and Silliness Bodybuilding. I'm your host, John Livia, and please like, share, subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you know every time I put up new content. I know you guys are watching. Just hit the subscribe button. Don't cost you nothing, and it helps me out a lot. Anyway. All right. So if you guys haven't seen, Patrick Moore got into a street fight with the owner of the gym that he used to work out of. So I'm going to give you the information that I know of. I've spoken to people in the bodybuilding world, top tier bodybuilders who have dealt with Patrick, who know what's happening. I've talked to other YouTubers that are making content about this. So I am going to deliver all the information that I know as of right now. Nothing is written in stone. This is all information that I gathered. Okay, this is not gospel, but it does come from really good sources. And then stick around because afterwards I'm going to tell you a little bit about what I do know about Patrick Moore and his interactions with other bodybuilders from the past. And then it kind of won't make sense. But anyway, all right, so here's the story. Patrick Moore works at this gym, or used to work at the gym, training people. And the owner of the gym, his policy is that you pay me every month, and then you could train whoever you want in the gym. Well, apparently, Patrick Moore is behind on payments. I believe he's behind by $900. So I'm sure this guy, has told him, you got to pay me the fees, you got to pay me the fees, you got to pay me the fees. Because it got to the point where the guy actually said, you're not allowed in the gym anymore. So he told his staff, Patrick's not allowed in the gym anymore until he pays his fees up. Otherwise, he's barred from the gym. So the story goes that Patrick goes into the gym to train people or whatever the case may be, and the staff tells him, and he freaks out, cursing at the staff and so on and so forth. Now, we could chalk it up to him prepping for the Arnold Classic, but it's still no excuse if this is what really happened. So the gym owner decides that he's not going to, call the cops, or he's not going to take legal action. He's going to take it to the street. So he probably has a little bit of street in him, right? And he says, well, let's you and I go outside and handle this like men. Now, normally when that happens, whatever happens in the street after the street fight, it's done. It's over. It's a wrap. Okay, you go your way, I go my way. This is how men handle it. We're going to see afterwards that's not exactly how it ended. I'm going to show you the video. There is a third party in the video. It looks like this guy is actually just making sure that they fight the fair one and there's no funny business goes on. There are some things popping up that, he got jumped. When you watch this video, you can clearly see he did not get jumped. You can clearly see this guy is in the street inviting Patrick into the street. Patrick, more than happy, obliges him. Now, the one thing that I found out is that Patrick has a boxing background. Apparently, he had some amateur boxing fights, and he's pretty good with his hands. And when you watch the video, you could pretty much tell he knows what he's doing. When you watch the video, you could see he's kind of measuring the guy up and counter punching, and you can see where his feet is planted in the street, that he knows what he's doing. The other guy just seems like a street fighter. So it doesn't end well for the owner of the gym. But thank God, it looks like nobody got hurt. It was just a few punches over in a few seconds. And that ended that. But I am going to show you the video. I am going to show you from Nick Strength and Power, okay? Because I couldn't find the extended video. I've only saw little clips or shorter versions of this video, because in the one that Nick has on his YouTube channel, when he did the video on it, you could see that the other guy, the third party, really just separates the guys. He pulls them off because in the shorter version, it looks like the guy jumps on top of Patrick and it becomes 2-on-1. And that's not what happened. Okay. So why don't we just go and take a look at the video? So here we go. All right. This guy is the owner of the gym right here, clearly standing in the middle of the street. This is Patrick. He even has um, his Mr. Olympia sweatshirt on from when he did the Olympia, whenever it was 2020, 2021, or whatnot. Okay. So I'm just going to show you and comment a little bit. So there he goes. He's basically, it looks like it's pretty fair. And here's the other guy. I don't know who this guy is, but he's basically there just to make sure, no bullshit happens. So you could see right away, as soon as you see Patrick's feet and how he's measuring this guy up, you could see he knows what he's doing. Okay. You clearly see that he's just looking to counter. Bow, cracks him there. Boom, another one. The guy is really just trying to get in and beat the shit out of him, but it's just not happening. Okay, so as of right here, this guy here is here just basically making sure that this is a fair fight, that there's no weapons, that they're fighting a fair one, that nothing is happening, that no funny business is happening. That's how I gather this. Because I mean, like if you're a guy and you kind of grow up a little bit, you kind of seen this stuff before. Okay, we're gonna fight the fair one. These are innate rules of guys that kind of grow up a little bit streetwise. Okay, it's almost unspoken law. I'm just gonna go outside and make sure there's no funny business. That's really it. And you guys duke it out between yourselves. Here we go. They're kind of scrambling around a little bit. The guy's really trying. He's really, really trying. And this is the guy throws a right hand, bow, and fucking Patrick catches him. Now, Patrick clearly catches him. He counter punches. He was timing that. It was clear as day. You could see Patrick knows what he's doing in the street. But what happens now is you're going to see that Patrick is going to jump on top of this guy and do some kind of ground and pound. Now, that's really dangerous in the street because your head is going to be hitting the concrete, and that's really fucking dangerous, okay? This doesn't end well if there's not somebody there breaking it up, and that's what this guy does. Okay, so here we go. And then the guy throws a shot at him. He probably didn't mean to. He probably just reacted because after he throws the shot, he's like, all right, I'm just going to pull him off, knowing that he's there just to make sure that they that the fight's over, right? And you can see he pulls him off, and then he gets in between both guys, and it's like, all right, it's over, it's done, it's over, the fight's over. Here he goes, and he pulls him off, and then once again, you're gonna see he gets in between, and they try to fight again, and the guy's in the middle going, that's it, okay, it's a wrap, it's over, the fight's done, we're done here. And he's really trying to separate these two guys. These are big, strong dudes. Okay, there we go. And that's basically the end of the video. Now, what happens after that, somebody apparently calls the police. Okay, I don't know who called the police, but somebody apparently calls the police. The story goes that the police come and Patrick tells the police that the owner of the gym is dealing gear out of the gym, selling anabolic steroids out of the gym. If that is true, that is a real scumbag move. Because not only did you whip the guy's ass, but now you're going to squeal on him. You're going to turn on him. The guy basically said, let's handle this like men outside. Okay? If that's the case and nobody really got hurt, thank God nobody really got hurt, it should have been over. The police should have came. Patrick would have been like, man, we there's no problem here. There's no problem. There's no problem here. And everybody goes their own way and it's squashed. But that's not what happened. So now we have to see if there's more drama that unfolds. If the police investigate, if this guy takes legal action, if Patrick takes legal action, we have to see. Okay. Now, afterwards, apparently there was words back and forth on social media between these two and so on and so forth. Okay. That's basically what happened. So from the information I gather, it looks like Patrick is really in the wrong. Okay. It looks like he's got a bit of a chip on his shoulder and doesn't think he needs to pay the owner of the gym that he trains people out of. If it escalates to this is probably I'm making a guesstimation here. If it escalates to this is probably not the first time they had words, right? You don't have an argument one time and go, let's settle it outside, unless it's something really significant, especially if it's about business. But the guy probably had enough until it saw. It didn't end well for him. He didn't really get hurt, thank God. But Patrick's really good with his fists, apparently, and but it doesn't look good for Patrick. This is not what bodybuilding wants to see their competitors look like. They want positive role models. They don't want to see guys rolling around in the street fighting, things like this happening. I'm trying not to pay the trainer. I'm not trying not to pay the owner, rather, and I'm gonna rat and tell this guy's selling steroids. I mean, the IFBB does not like this kind of drama around a show that's happening 6 weeks from now. Now, maybe you could chalk it up and say, Patrick was, dehydrated or low on carbs or whatever the case may be because he's prepping for the show and he's just irritable. But either way, it's no excuse to act this way. Okay. I know a couple of guys that interacted with Patrick in the past. I know a couple of bodybuilders. I'm not going to name names. I know a couple of bodybuilders that have interacted with Patrick in the past, backstage, during contests, so on and so forth. And they don't like him. They say that he's got a chip on his shoulder. He's got an attitude. And I'm just going to quote, he's a prick, end quote. Now, I don't know Patrick personally, okay? I'm just giving you the information that I got from people that know him, all right? This is all information that from people that I've spoken to, social media, YouTubers, bodybuilders, so on and so forth, right? Because I try my best not to just pull shit out of my ass, right? If I see something, I try to keep my finger on the pulse and give the most information. And this is all the information that I have right now. But listen, nobody got hurt, okay? I got to give the guy in the gym props. He's got balls, that's for sure. Let's handle it like men outside. He's got balls. Probably not the first go around, although Patrick did get the better of him because Patrick is a trained fighter, which I did not know. But most of the time bodybuilders come from another sport. Most of the time it's like either football or something like that. I guess sometimes it's martial arts and boxing. But we still don't want to see Patrick more involved in crap like this. All right, we want to see bodybuilding, right? Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if the IFBB is going to come down on him. I have no idea. I we'll have to wait and see. But until then, make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you know any more information than I know. Maybe you guys know more than me. Maybe you guys were in the gym. Maybe you from that area. Who knows? But make sure you comment and let me know what you think. And that'll be it. All right, fellas and ladies, peace. I'm out of here.